To reveal the holes in the model, simply punch the residue material using the tweezers at the marked areas. We will now proceed to another example. First, we will view the model geometry. In this geometry, the object is to have this button as functional as possible and to have the surface on the top of the model as smooth as possible. In order to do so, we will rotate the part, but before we do that, let's view the layer orientation as we see it now. If we attempt to build the part in this orientation, layers will run in this direction from bottom to top. We will now rotate the part. Select the x-axis at 90 degrees and rotate the part. Now, layer direction will be from bottom to top. Features such as the functional button will get their strength from the layer direction. We will now place peeling cuts. First, we will seal the openings on the X and Y axes. Again, using the top view, we will drag peeling cuts. Now, we have divided the surrounding support material around the geometry into 4 sections: 1, 2, 3, and 4. We will now close the following openings on the X and Y axes. We will drag a peeling cut in the area of the openings. Then, in perspective view, we can modify the peeling cut so it reaches all openings and lower the top edge and bring the bottom edge up. As we can see, we have now closed the openings on the X and Y axes, and material peeled from the outer side of the part will not go through the opening into the inner side of the part. Finally, we may divide the inner side of the part into 2 sections running through this wall. We may select the wireframe view to detect our wall location. This is our wall. We will run a peeling cut through the wall. Now we can view our model geometry before it is built. This geometry will be peeled in 5 sections. Starting from the internal side of the geometry, we will first peel this section and then peel this section. While we peel the first 2 sections, all other areas are supporting our geometry from the outside. After we empty out the support material from the inner side of the part, we can then proceed to peel the part from the outside in 3 sections: 1, 2, and 3. Tip number 3. How to build a model with a clickable button and with a smooth surface. When designing this model, we had to achieve 2 requirements: design a clickable button, create a smooth surface on the model's top side. To achieve that, we've placed the model on its side so that when built bottom up, the layers will provide a strong support for the button. This also allows for a smooth surface. When we want a smooth surface on one of the sides of the model, we should place the surface so it is vertical to the work table. Let's review the peeling technique for this model. We start by extracting the cocoon out of the model block and removing the residue material. Right now, we will demonstrate how to remove the material from the inner part of this model. To do so, we lift several layers, thus releasing the pressure between the layers. After releasing the pressure, we can easily pull out the material. Repeat this process along the rest of the model to reveal even the finest details inside the model. Now let's reveal the button. Since we used a peeling cut when designing this model in the SDView to seal the button's opening, we can now easily remove the material and reveal the button. We will now proceed to another example. When importing this part, we can see that it does not fit inside the work area of the table. We will rotate it on the Z-axis until it fits the work table. In order to do so, we will select the Rotate Model tool and then either select a rotation axis and angle or drag the part in the graphics area until it turns yellow and can be built. We will then move it in front and center. Next, we will view the part geometry. As we can see, we have a snap in this area, two openings going through this part of the model geometry, and additional openings in the X and Y axes in this section of the geometry. These openings are 1, 2, and 3. First, we will close the openings in the part geometry and place a peeling cut running through the snap. We can now position the peeling cut so it runs through the center of the snap by dragging one of the edges until we reach the desired position. Closing the backside of the part, closing the small openings on this side of the part, repositioning the peeling cut, and bringing it up so it only supports the area required.